Well, here we are with your amazing film, Quo Vadis, Ida, and it really is. I've watched it 3 times lately. It's a blow away, and you have to be congratulated on the most remarkable achievement, really, on every level. It's, you know, it's not something you can say about many films, but it does seem to me to be flawless. I mean, there's nothing about it where you think, well, actually, that didn't work. It really is an extraordinary piece of work, and you are to be congratulated. You must be very proud of yourself and your team.
Thank you so much. Coming from you, it means so much to me. And yes, all team and me, we are extremely happy that after making this film, for trying to make a film for 5 years and going through very difficult obstacles, that it's now out, that people can see it.
Talk about the obstacles, talk about the difficulties you had in getting it to happen.
Look, first of all, you know, just to decide to do something about Srebrenica, because this is a very painful topic for all Bosnians. Many mothers, many survivors are still living, and you know, they are 25 years after, they're still searching for bodies. Like 1,700 bodies are still missing, because if they find bodies, then it's a you know, murder, and then somebody will be sentenced and charged, and this is something why they are still hiding these bodies. So 25 years after, this is still very hard topic for all of us. And it's a politically hot topic because, you know, from Serbia, there are a lot of denials coming that Srebrenica ever happened, which is hurting victims even more. And I knew that I would step in such an emotional ocean of emotions that I was thinking for many years, I'm not able to do it, to do them.
Is that I mean, I've just watched 11 of your films in the last few days, and that was it was a, you know, a feast. And obviously you are rare in that you are simply not a derivative filmmaker. You're not a filmmaker who is motivated by secondhand ideas of genres or all that. You really, in every single film you've made, including a very tiny 3-minute film about old people in a home, you are making a film about your world post the war, and everything comes from the same deeply felt, actual, real place. But so there's something very specific about what you do. But can you talk about that in relation to what I perceive as something very universal about your films, and this film in particular? So it's both specific and universal.
So, you know, starting with my first film, Grbavica, I read so much about raped women, and I was thinking how to make this subject, which is Bosnian, but also, you know, universal for many wars and many situations of violence, how to make it into film which can communicate not only to our region, but to people who don't know that war in Bosnia even happened. And, you know, going through my own experience, like I had baby, which was out of love. I had baby out of love, and with such a complicated emotions, having this baby, I was thinking, how is it for mother to have baby, which is, you know, out of hatred? And this is what triggered and made me, you know, want to make this kind of story. Then, you know, your film, Secrets and Lies, were very helpful for me because it was about these secrets and stuff, how to hide and how to make suppression of emotions and what is there. And I'm living in that kind of surroundings. We are suppressing so much, we are denying so much, lying so much. And this was directions that I wanted to take. So for each film, there is certain event or a certain moment where I feel deeply disturbed and I think, okay, this is so emotional, and it doesn't let me live. I always have to think about it. But then I think, is it worth spending my life in, investing my life? Is it worth spending people's money in it? And if I say yes, because I think it's not only our problem, it's problem of broader community, then I would go into it with my full heart and energy.
Now, I first came to Sarajevo, to the first of my many trips to the Sarajevo Film Festival, in 2000. Then I came in 2002, 2004, 2006, right through till relatively recently. And when I first came in 2000, you could see the war everywhere. And the next 2 years later, you could see less of it. And then 2 years later, you could see even less of it. And of course, it's a very friendly and loving place, is Sarajevo. And the film festival is one of the great friendly film festivals in the world, and I've been to a few.
Yes, I agree.
Well, yeah, it is. But of course, the difficult thing for an outsider being there and wanting to understand and knowing what took place and what happened is that sometimes one thought, well, did that happen here? I understand all the things that are being, but at the same time, it's, everyone has seemed to be working so hard to get over it, and it's been in some way hidden. So my question, which you may or may not choose to answer, is when are you going to make a film about the siege of Sarajevo?
So I have to get energy to go back to that time, but I am planning that. I don't know if it should be film or maybe few episodes, but what I would love to do is to keep this memory of what was going on here. There were so many, like every war, a lot of sadness and tragedy, but there was also so much humor and so much creativity and craziness, which was so unique. And I really want to capture that, to give it to my daughter, to next generations, because thinking about it, I always think, this guy I have to interview because I was seeing him every day during the siege, and I know how funny he was and how many crazy stories he had. And recently I learned that person I'm talking about died, and all these stories are gone. And then that made me think, okay, I should hurry up with this. And really, while people are alive, we should talk about it, because it was such a collective experience and so much solidarity and energy, which was very, very special. I'm a little bit scared because I have to go into many emotions that maybe I suppressed. So it will be a journey through memory.
It'll be good for you.
I think so, yeah.
It'll be very healthy, and I commend you. And I have to say this, and some filmmakers who are listening in or may agree, and I speak as a filmmaker in a way, and I say this only with complete affection and respect for you, but in a way you're very lucky, because to put it very crudely, you have a ready-made preoccupation. Those of us, we all have ready-made preoccupations because the world is going on around us, but we have to, as you do, we have to battle to get things done. And people say, well, why should you make a film about that? But in a way, you've got those battles too. But it's there in a way. You've got subject matter that you have to deal with. So it's a kind of, it's a very nice, important, positive privilege that you have, in a way.
Thank you, Mike, for saying this. Thanks a lot.
Sure, we look forward to it. We look forward to everything. And very good luck with this film. I mean, it's going to...
ボスニア紛争末期の1995年、セルビア人勢力に侵攻されたボスニア東部の町スレブレニツァ。
Kaže da rade sve što je u njihovoj moći, dali su Srbima formalni ultimatum.
Stalno isto govorite. Ništa se ne događa.
Jel to gradonačelnik?
国連保護軍の通訳として働くアイダ。
Ljudi, baza je puna. Niko više ne može ući u bazu. Jesi vidio moje? A gdje su tvoji?
Nema potrebe da ginuš.
Dogovoreno je da se stanovništvo izmjesti tamo gdje je bezbjedno.
Ze zeiden dat we de service niet moesten opnaaien.
I want to say.
Kad smo preživjeli 3,5 godine rata, preživjet ćemo i ovo. Samo da smo zajedno.
Muškarci, naravno strane.
What should I do then? General Radić!
Ali dogovor je bio...
My son and my husband are at the gate. They won't let them in.
How do you imagine I can let your family in and turn all the others away?
Gotovi smo. Ispituju muškarce i ubijaju tu 200 metara bazu.
Vesme, možeš mu povesti moje sinove iz baze, molim te.
Pokušaj sakriti neko od mašina.
戦後ヨーロッパ最悪の悲劇、スレブレニツァ・ジェノサイド。事件の真実、そして家族を守ろうとした一人の女性の運命とは。
Nemojte! Nemoj, oni su moji!
愛だよ、どこへ。